time when the UPA 2 government is drawing to a close and elections are around the corner, we speak to senior BJP leader Mr. Yashwant Sinha about the end of a government. Mr. Sinha, welcome to NewsX and to Cover Story. My first question actually is about, the recent budget presented by Chidambaram. What do you see are the biggest problems for India's next FM?
Chidambaram has followed the policy of a scorched earth, leave all the problems for his successor. So he has, in a way, I am sorry to be using a strong language, he has played a fraud on the country, on the constitution and on the budget exercise.
How is that?
Because none of his figures, as analysts are now saying more and more, are dependable. His revenue figures are not dependable, his expenditure figures are not dependable, his fiscal deficit figures are not dependable, and for last 2 years he has savagely cut plan expenditure. That was the only option that he had: cut defense expenditure, cut plan expenditure, and
to generate revenue, basically.
No, to reduce the fiscal deficit so that he can claim that he had, he has not crossed the red line. But this is not the way to reduce fiscal deficit, and the country will be in deeper mess because he has cut developmental expenditure and defense expenditure, which have been generally regarded as holy cows, and because they don't speak, they have no voice, he should not have done it. He has used his clout with the Prime Minister to play havoc. He has milked the PSUs. He has transferred the burden to the next government in terms of actual increase in expenditure, and therefore, as I said, he has, he decided to just play with the figures and leave the country in a mess. Apart from growth rate and everything else, that, as you know, when he was finance minister in 97-98, growth rate had plummeted from 8% to around 4.5%. This is exactly the exercise that he has repeated this time, and he inherited an economy which was buoyant, which was healthy. He admitted as much, and now he is leaving an economy which is sick, which is full of problems.
Do you think he's leaving a square, like that term scorched earth? So there's a huge legacy of scorched earth he's leaving for India's next FM.
Yes.
Am I speaking to India's next FM?
I don't.
Modi government?
No, I'll not be able to answer that question one way or the other. But the point I'm making is, whoever is the next FM in the next government.
So what are the steps that person will have to take?
First of all, he'll have to undo the damage that these people have done through wrong policies and through policy paralysis. One thing which can happen immediately in our economy is that you unlock millions of billions of rupees worth of through wrong policies and through policy paralysis. One thing which can happen immediately in our economy is that you unlock millions of billions of rupees worth of projects which are pending in government for want of clearances.
What about this dole economy that, they've been giving out so much money for this famous food security bill, for their various schemes? Are you in favor of that?
This is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong.
Then how do you address the problem of food security?
No, we should rather, if you go back to Mahatma Gandhi, who was against Sadavrat, which is what is nothing but dole, the important thing is make people earn, empower them so that they can earn and meet their needs, instead of making them dependent on the government to meet their needs.
But won't the Rural Employment Guarantee Act do just that?
No, the Rural Employment Guarantee Act is completely mired in corruption. The money is being badly spent. It is not creating any assets in the rural areas, much less durable assets. It's so much money gone down the drain because the scheme was badly designed.
But you know, the idea of creating more jobs, doesn't then BJP fall into the trap that it's pro-corporates, it's pro-industry, and not so much pro the poor and farmers?
If you take care of the needs of the rural people, and I think one of the first priorities of the BJP-led government should be to meet the needs of the rural people. What are the needs of the rural people? They need roads, they need electricity, they need water, they need employment. They need employment, and that employment has to be provided to them through economic activity in the rural areas, not through doles.
So that's one thing that you would do differently.
We have a basic difference of approach between this government and us.
Some of your colleagues, Mr. Subramanian Swamy, has suggested that you should do away with the income taxes, with sales and excise tax. Are you in favor of this?
It is not Mr. Subramanian Swamy's suggestion. It was the suggestion came from a think tank, and I also participated in a presentation made by the think tank, and we raised some issues, and I think finally the party has veered around to the view that you can't abolish all the taxes and just depend on this banking transaction tax for all your revenues.
So that's not
that I think is more or less settled.
And this direct tax code that the Congress plans to bring?
No, the Congress did bring a direct taxes code. You know, they have taken 10 long years. And Chidambaram mentioned it but kept quiet about it. The fact of the matter is that the direct taxes code bill came to the Standing Committee on Finance, which I headed in this Lok Sabha. And we gave a report in March 2012, and they have not come back to Parliament after that. So there are a number of very important pieces of legislation. He tried to blame the BJP as far as the GST, Goods and Services Tax, is concerned. The Standing Committee gave a report to Parliament in August 2013, and the government has not come back to Parliament and is blaming the BJP. So Mr. Chidambaram thinks that he speaks English and that will solve all problems.
That's a comment that's going to come back to haunt him.
This is not the way governments work.
But moving on from economics to politics, recently we've had, why is the BJP supported the Congress on the Telangana bill? You've given it to them on a platter, haven't you?
No, we haven't. We have given the people of Telangana the Telangana bill on a platter. Our commitment for a separate state of Telangana is much older than Congress Party's commitment. We had a clear position as far as the bifurcation of the state of Andhra Pradesh was concerned. One, that there should be a separate state of Telangana. Two, that we should see that justice is done to Simandra. This was our approach even when we created Jharkhand from Bihar. We gave a special package to Bihar to encourage, to shore up Bihar's finances, which was welcomed by the then Bihar Chief Minister Rabdi Devi.
But the Congress is going to get all the credit even for Telangana and the special package. Before the BJP could say, they already let it out that Sonia Gandhi wants a special package.
No, she talked about a special category status, not about a special package. A special package is something that we demanded all the time. And it was a very powerful speech that Sushma Swaraj made in the Lok Sabha, calling for justice to Simandra. It was a very powerful speech that Venkaiah Naidu made in Rajya Sabha, calling for justice for Simandra. At the same time, emphasizing that we were committed to a separate state of Telangana.
But you're not worried they'll walk away with the credit?
No, we'll not. We'll fight it all the way.
But why didn't you listen to what Jagan says and stall it till your government?
No, because we had a commitment for Telangana. I mean, we couldn't change that position for some doubtful political gain. No, we had a principled position on Telangana. We had a principled position with regard to justice to Simandra, and I think we have ended up achieving both. The Congress, if Sonia Gandhi wanted justice to be done to Simandra, why didn't she participate in the Lok Sabha debate and say, give a special category to Simandra? Why is it that it was only in Rajya Sabha that they decided that she will talk about a special category? Only when the BJP put pressure did it dawn on the Congress party that something should be done for Simandra. They were not interested. So it is not true. We are going to fight for the credit that we deserve, and it will help us both in Telangana as well as in Simandra.
Acha, before that, tell me what happened, when this whole proceedings were blacked out. You were there in the house. What was happening inside that they didn't want the rest of us to see?
This is, what happened was entirely dubious. And some kind of in-house inquiry has been conducted, which I don't believe in. I think it was all done deliberately, and now we are at the end of the parliament session and the life of the 15th Lok Sabha. But even in the next Lok Sabha, there should be a full-fledged inquiry into this blackout, and the guilty people should be identified. I don't know whether they can be punished or not punished, whether they'll be around to be punished, but most certainly the truth should be brought out about this blackout.
What was happening inside the house at that time? Was it debate or was it scuffles?
There was complete chaos, and because we were committed to the reorganization bill, we decided that Sushma ji will speak even in din. Perhaps, our suspicion is that she made a brilliant speech. The Congress party didn't want the contents of that speech to travel down to the people of Andhra Pradesh, and that may have been the reason for the blackout.
They didn't want the BJP's the grand...
Yeah, I mean, they started to stop us from getting any credit for it from that point onwards, by this or through this blackout.
So it shows more than Speaker Meera Kumar at work. It shows there was a whole Congress thinking strategy behind it.
Of course. And that's why I'm saying that there should be an inquiry in the next Lok Sabha on what exactly happened on that day.
But isn't there some confusion within the BJP? We have Advani ji saying let there be a discussion. Then we are told there was a message from Modi saying that pass it at any
that
cost.
is all
or
so
message
much
from RSS. I don't know who's pulling the strings these days in the BJP.
There are all kinds of stories start floating. But we had decided that we are committed to Telangana, and therefore, if there is a discussion, fine. If there is no discussion possible because of the din, then Sushma ji will present our point of view and we'll enable the bill to get passed.
But Sana, coming back, who is in control in the BJP? Is it Narendra Modi? Is it the RSS? There's still even a small thing like Telangana, you come with
No. There was on Telangana, everything is absolutely crystal clear. One, we were committed to Telangana, so we supported the Telangana bill or the reorganization bill. We made our point clear. We wanted it to be discussed properly in the House. That was not possible, and therefore it had to be unfortunately passed in din. But our point of view has been well recorded in both houses, and we'll go to the electorate in Andhra Pradesh with the leaders' speeches and tell them how we have helped both parts of Andhra Pradesh.
Does the BJP have a vote bank in Andhra Pradesh?
We have a vote bank.
Hidden, it's like the Lok Sabha proceedings, it's hidden.
We have a vote bank which will come out very clearly when the election results come out.
Okay, but back to my earlier question on the RSS and
No, I am telling you this. There are a lot of confusions about the decision-making process in the BJP. Let me assure you, BJP, even when Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister and the tallest leader in the country, BJP worked on the basis of consensus amongst the top leadership. Even today, BJP is working on the basis of consensus. As far as parliamentary proceedings are concerned, there is a core group of the parliamentary party which meets every morning in Advani ji's room and takes a view on the issues of the day. So, whatever has happened in both houses of parliament in the recent session are things which are based on consensus.
But yet Modi comes to Delhi, has a dinner, gets all the BJP MPs there, he gives them instructions. For instance, we are told, he said, don't let Rahul's anti-graft bills come, try and stall them.
No,
he's the one giving orders. I mean, he came and had a dinner for BJP MPs.
So why not? I mean, he's after all, why are you minding it? Why are you objecting to it? He's our prime ministerial candidate. He's the next leader of the BJP's parliamentary party. So why shouldn't he come and talk to, any chief minister can come and talk to
But others
BJP.
don't.
The others are most welcome to do so. If they invite MPs for dinner, MPs will go.
But you discussed parliamentary strategy with them?
We did not discuss parliamentary strategy. It was more electoral strategy which was being discussed. And Mr. Modi did not give a bhashan. He encouraged members of parliament to apprise him of their thoughts. And a large number of members of parliament participated in the discussion. So it is entirely wrong to say that he came, gave us instructions, and we are following those instructions. No. As I told you, there is a core group of the parliamentary party which meets and takes decisions.
Okay, but tell me one thing. You've had your differences with Mr. Advani, and suddenly, when you didn't go to Goa, you were pushed in the anti-Modi camp. I mean, didn't that irony of that strike you?
No, there is no irony in that. It is the irony is in the media, because the media will understand things in its own way. They will not take the simplest and the most obvious answer. Which is that I had certain important commitments in my family, and that's why I could not go to Goa. So why am I not going to Goa? And I have not gone to many national executive meetings. My not going to Goa became an issue because Yashwant Singh didn't go, and Mr. Advani didn't go, though Yashwant Sinha not going also became an issue. Otherwise, let me tell you, nobody would have even noticed that Yashwant Sinha did not go to the Goa National Executive.
No, absolutely. You were not seen as someone who's had any
difference with
Modi.
No. Sometimes I am the first.
Your travel plans with Mr. Advani gave a lot of.
I am the first person in the BJP who said that Mr. Modi should be projected as our prime ministerial candidate. Then I was put as anti-Advani.
Because you also were anti him in the Jinnah comments.
So then I was told that I am anti-Modi. I am not anti anybody. I am just pro-BJP, and I want BJP to do well.
And is Modi the best bet for BJP right now?
It is. He certainly is. There is no doubt about it.
Well, we got a delicious phrase out of you during that entire saga. You're the one who coined, I think, pneumonitis or pneumonia.
I did not. There are some people who talked about it. And when I was going out of the gate, there were some media persons waiting. And I wanted to make my position clear. So I said, it's not that I'm suffering from pneumonia. It's only that I could not go because of family commitments. And therefore don't read any more meaning into it than is warranted. But then media is media and you can't do anything about it.
No, well, we got a good soundbite out of you for that one. But Mom, what about Advani? Has he reconciled to Modi? Because we just had, every time BJP says all is well, something goes wrong. For instance, recent is, they wanted Advani to fight Rajya Sabha, but he's insisted and
no, who said that? These are all stories.
Aisa nahi hua that BJP says.
Absolutely not. These are all stories which somebody floats in the media, and then you take it as gospel truth. No.
Well, that old saying, where there's fire, there's smoke, or smoke, there's fire.
That offer was never made. As to the best of my knowledge, even the suggestion that Mr. Advani should not contest Lok Sabha was never made to him.
Should all prime ministerial hopefuls or the second-rung leadership of BJP fight the Lok Sabha? Is that a good decision? Should they all be fighting?
Let's wait and see, because
has any such decision been taken?
No, the list of candidates has not yet been declared. Let's wait and see.
But for instance, the Congress, sensing defeat, has sent all its people to the Rajya Sabha. I think BJP people, some of your Rajya Sabha members who are scared of fighting elections should now be emboldened because the wind seems to be in favor.
Let's wait and see.
But for instance, the Congress, sensing defeat, has sent all its people to the Rajya Sabha. I think BJP people, some of your Rajya Sabha members who are scared of fighting elections should now be emboldened because the wind seems to be in favor of BJP. They should take the plunge.
No, even otherwise. I am Lok Sabha. I was in the Rajya Sabha, and I had a year left, but I decided to contest the Lok Sabha elections. So it's a matter of personal choice. It's also a matter of party's policy, and most certainly leaders who want to be counted as leaders should fight elections and come to Lok Sabha, unlike our Prime Minister.
So BJP will not have a Rajya Sabha Prime Minister?
Hopefully not.
Is Mr. Modi going to be fighting the Lok Sabha?
He should.
Will it be from UP or Gujarat? Or?
I don't know. I don't know what his plans are. But I think as a prime ministerial candidate of the BJP, he should contest Lok Sabha from somewhere.
That's what even Rajnath Singh was saying, that there was a plan
Yeah,
to...
I mean that is very obvious.
That he should. But where, you're saying media again, but opinion polls are saying Modi will cross 200, single largest party, but he won't cross 272. So where will that gap be fixed, because you've lost a lot of allies.
When, I mean, again
You are
going
good
back...
in maths also, so I'm talking
No,
about
I am going to tell you that it's all right for the media to continue speculating. The media continues to speculate until the thing happens. So media was speculating whether Modi will be declared Prime Ministerial candidate or not. Now he is declared Prime Minister candidate. Next question, will he get a majority? You see, the point is, all the, and I personally don't attach much significance to these surveys because most of them are not scientific. But they are all in our favor. Our mission is 272 plus. And I can tell you from the way things are going that we are likely to get seats, win seats from very unlikely places.
Like for example, there are 152 seats where the BJP is negligible or nothing. That's Tamil Nadu, that's Kerala, that's the Northeast, West Bengal.
Was, not today.
Suddenly got a leader in the Northeast or West Bengal?
We have one leader, Mr. Modi, who is influencing voters in all these areas of the country where you say BJP was negligible. And we, as I said, will win from unlikely places.
Which includes the...
which includes Kerala, which includes Tamil Nadu, which includes
Assam.
West Bengal, Assam. Assam we have won many seats.
With allies?
No, without allies also.
Okay, but Jayalalitha, for instance, she's a good friend of Modi, she's a good equation, but she's got her own prime ministerial ambitions. Mamta has openly said, I will not align with Modi. So where will your support base come from? And Modi cannot...
Just wait. Just wait. The numbers will not be a problem in the next Lok Sabha for Modi to become Prime Minister.
Okay,
I can give you this assurance.
We'll take you for a word. I'm going to come back to you in 3 months' time on
Please
this.
do, after the elections.
Yes, but before that, just a few last questions about Aam Aadmi Party. Does the BJP see that as a challenge, or do you see the Congress as a bigger challenge? Who's your biggest challenge?
No. The point is, when you go into battle, electoral battle, then every adversary is a challenge. And that is how you should take your adversaries, your opponents. So it's Congress somewhere, it's a regional party somewhere else, it is Aam Aadmi Party basically in Delhi. We should take all our adversaries very, very seriously, ascertain their strength and match and surpass their strength. That is what strategy is all about.
But isn't Kejriwal making a dent on your own urban middle class vote bank?
He is making a dent in the media, not so much amongst the voters.
Well, Delhi, he got a whole
No,
lot
Delhi,
of seats.
I'll just give you one example. He quoted 4 jurists in support of his Jan Lokpal bill. Each one of them has said that they have not given an opinion in support of that Jan Lokpal bill.
They said
Now, has the media ever said that Mr. Kejriwal has been economical with truth?
We do say it.
No.
As much as we say for Modi, we say it for Kejriwal.
Has anyone, I haven't seen this being highlighted, that he is speaking untruth, pure and simple untruth.
So we had all these people, how did you get to know? Because we got all these people to come on
No,
TV
I got
and
to know because these...
We did not advise
No, because these people themselves said that they have not given such advice. Then take this thing about Amnesty International, somebody saying, funding. Why hasn't he given his transparent funding, foreign funding information to the government?
But media is highlighting this. In fact, we have Kejriwal accusing us of being in Modi's pocket. Now you are saying that we are being nice to Kejriwal.
You are being
this means
much
we are doing
nicer.
Something right. If everybody is abusing us.
No, you are being much nicer to Kejriwal. Kejriwal, I can tell you because I have some experience of politics over decades, that those people who live by the media are created by the media, die by the media.
Isn't this advice good for Modi also?
No, it is not. Because look at the crowds he is addressing.
But he also gets these rallies because...
No, I feel dismayed, I'll tell you. I feel very dismayed when I see a photograph of Modi as the BJP's Prime Minister candidate, Rahul Gandhi as the probable Congress Party's Prime Minister candidate, and Arvind Kejriwal. Where is he compared to Narendra Modi? But then he is there as if he is the next Prime Minister of India.
But he is the new kid on the
He is
block
not,
who's gripping the national imagination.
He is not gripped the national imagination. It was Anna Hazare who has gripped the national imagination, and look where Anna Hazare today is vis-a-vis Kejriwal. And let me tell you one more thing. I was the Finance Minister of India. I did not create my own party. Mr. Kejriwal was a small-time functionary of the Income Tax Department. He has today created his own party, claims he is receiving lakhs and crores of rupees through internet, through this funding, that funding. Why? How? Has anybody gone into this?
We have highlighted some of his thing, but on the larger note, you know, when you say anti-corruption crusader, Rahul is trying to climb that bandwagon also.
I'll ask you one question, anti-crusader. Has he spoken about Robert Vadra? I spoke in the Lok Sabha against Robert Vadra. They were in power for 47, 48 days. Why did not Kejriwal start an inquiry against the dealings of business deals of Robert Vadra? Just go and ask them this question. Why have they kept quiet about Robert Vadra?
But has Modi also not taken up Robert Vadra issues?
He doesn't have to, because the party has taken it up.
The party, who's taken it up from the party?
I took it up. I raised it in Lok Sabha. I went talked to the media about it.
But after that, I don't see him raising it up in his
No,
rallies. He targets Rahul.
Who?
Modi.
He will target Rahul because Rahul is projecting himself as his adversary.
So who's the bigger challenge to Modi? You're saying Rahul is the biggest?
No, Rahul, nobody is a challenge to Modi today. But I'm saying, you know, it generally happens. I noticed in my own election the last time that there were people who ended up getting 30,000-40,000 votes. But they were being projected as the biggest challengers to Yashwant Sinha in my constituency. So you put up with it, you live with it.
We're going to come back to you after 3 months and find out if your
Most welcome.
political arithmetic is as good as the economic arithmetic. Thank you so much for talking to NewsX.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for this week. We'll see you again same time next week. Thank you for watching Cover Story.